They are already addicted to you and your energy. They are in love. It's your mind. It's your conversation. It's the way that you speak. You know, they feel like you have this amazing way of viewing the world, and they enjoy conversing with you. You open up and expand their mind to new heights. They find you extremely intelligent, and you are a bright spark to this individual. They can talk to you forever. They can talk to you for hours. Your conversation is the highlight of their day, and they look forward to seeing your name come up on their phone or a text coming through, and they feel like they will never get bored of connecting with you on a mental level. They're definitely addicted to you mentally. They are definitely addicted to you physically. If you've been intimate with this individual before, they can't get enough of you. They find you to be so bold, powerful. The way you take the lead, it just blows their mind away. If you have not been intimate with this individual, they can only imagine how mind-blowing the act would be. You make them feel alive. You have ignited a passion within them that has been dormant for some time, and you excite them. They are drawn to you and they are addicted to you because of your independence, the way that you just go hard with work, with your life, with becoming a better version of you. Because you are self-focused, it draws this individual to you. You have a lot of goals, a lot of hobbies. You are embodying an energy of self-mastery. The way that, I'm hearing for some of you, the way that you're so obsessed with your life just makes this person obsessed about you. The way you pour into yourself, also the way that you pour into others, the way that you pour into your goals is extremely attractive to this individual. You're teaching them without even realizing. And this person feels like they have to hide how they feel about you, because they just feel like these emotions are too intense. They may have, this is coming up as another energy, guys. Maybe someone tried to sabotage the connection, or they fear that others will try and sabotage this connection. They may feel like they could do something to sabotage the connection, because none of us are perfect, right? They may also feel that you could do something to sabotage the connection. There's a fear of the connection crashing down. Like they feel like you're too good to be true. And it's like they don't want to give in to their emotions. They feel like they're going to spoil it, or someone's going to spoil it, or you're going to spoil it. There's a fear of loving you, even though they feel like they're falling in love with you. They keep these emotions to themselves. For some of you, they spy on you without your knowledge. It's like they want to repress their emotions. They want to keep these feelings a secret. But they have deep romantic feelings for you, boy. And for some of you, if you have embraced this person, they keep reenacting the kiss, the way you move towards them, the way their eyes will close, whatever happened on that day, or they visualize kissing you. They want to learn everything about you. And they do this in secret. So again, I'm hearing that they watch you on social media, maybe under a fake page, or, you know, maybe if they do follow you, they may not like your posts intentionally, or they could put their name under disguise, or they could hide their name so that if you look at your stories or something of that sort, you don't see that they viewed your stories. Yeah, there's an energy of them wanting to hold back. Like they're trying to hide their feelings for you. I'm hearing for some of you, they feel like you get a lot of attention as well, and they don't want to come off like a fan. And for some of you, they may feel as if it's too soon to feel like this. What if you see certain sides to them and you don't accept them? because there is a sadness with this individual, and they see you as very bright and bubbly and adventurous, and they feel like they don't want to rain on your parade. They feel like they still need to work on themselves. They want to be the best version of, they want to match you basically, right? And they feel like they are your match. They feel as if they don't want to destroy what they have started with you. They may want something in the now, quite surface based, whereby it's safer to be around others. You know, there is intense emotions here that they are holding in. And there's something around not wanting to rock the boat, not wanting to spoil things, not wanting to argue. They want to make peace with you. So for some of you, there may have been some type of disagreement. They don't like disagreements. They don't like arguing with you. They want to get on with you. They want to work on something with you. They want to build with you. Because you trigger this individual. You have triggered them to feel emotions that they've never felt before. These emotions are very scary, right? Now they're understanding what people meant when they said, oh, that person's my soulmate. They may have been in relationships before where they felt deeply in love, but I feel like some of these connections were maybe, they were purely physical, or they were just mental, or they were logical. It's better for me to be with this person because it looks good, or whatever the case was. They didn't really take the time to check their feelings, check their emotions to see how they really felt, put a label, put a title on their feelings, on their emotions. It was just like, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow. Okay, I'm just going to be swept away by passion. Okay, you like me, you're chasing me, you're texting me, you keep begging me to go out with you, I might as well. It was like that. But with you, it's like, okay, whoa, what is this? What is this? Why am I feeling this way? Why am I thinking about this person all the time? Why has this person got a hold over me? Why do I feel like I'm in another realm whenever I'm around this person? Why am I constantly thinking about this person? Why am I craving this person? Why am I visualizing about this person? Why am I dreaming about this person? Wow, it must be love. They feel like they met you in a past life. For some of you, they don't even believe in past life, but they feel like they met you before. Like things just seem so familiar. Like it doesn't feel awkward with you. They can be their authentic self with you. They can tell you anything, whether it's embarrassing, whether it's about their childhood, whether it's about their family. They tell you things that they never tell any other person or have ever told any other person. They feel that level of comfort with you. They are in love. They're in love. Love is a uncomfortable word for this person, but they are in love. Their cup runneth over. I said it. I always thought to myself, if I ever say that, that sentence, I'm going to get it wrong, but I said it. Yeah. They are in love. It's like the love is just spilling out. It's like they just feel as if they are surrendering to you. Okay, you got me. I'm in love with you. Whether or not this person will say those words, I don't know, but this is how this person's surrendering to the love that they feel for you. And I feel like their guides are heavily involved with this connection. This connection is destined. You are of importance to this person, and when this person first met you, they knew that you would be an important figure in their life. They couldn't put their finger on it. You felt very familiar with the Six of Cups. It's like, I know this person from somewhere. They were very drawn into your energy, but scared of it at the same time. And it's like they have become more spiritually open now that they've connected with you. This person has a lot of spiritual power themselves, and I feel like they're getting downloads, they're dreaming and getting messages from their guides. When they pray, their guides are guiding them towards you. And there could be a difference between the two of you, maybe different cultural backgrounds. Maybe this is a connection where it's long distance. There's something that on paper doesn't go to other people, but it works for them. It's like, for some of you, this person has traveled to university and they met you in this university, or you've traveled from your country to their country and met them. at university or a workplace or something of this sort, some type of higher learning place of, for some of you, worship. Maybe you went to some pilgrimage, maybe you went to a spiritual retreat and you met this person. So this person is very connected, and they're now understanding why all those other relationships failed. And they feel like what you both share is magic. You see, this person manifested you in without realizing it. They envision meeting someone like you with your personality traits, with your energy signature. And that's why when they met you, they felt like they knew you already. But they thought that they will never meet you. Does that make sense? Like, I would like to have a partner that I get on with on a mental level, that I find physically attractive, that finds me physically attractive, that's a hard worker, that's ambitious, that's mysterious, that's intelligent, and you appeared. And they feel as if you brighten up their day. They are addicted to your happiness, the way that you view the world, the way that you're so optimistic. It gives them life. They look forward to spending time with you. They look forward to connecting with you. And because of you, they want to mature and perhaps settle down for some of you. This person's thinking of marriage for some of you. And I'm hearing it's always been you. It's always been you from a past life, and it will always be you in this life. For some of you, your person's very spiritual, and they do know about soulmates and past life connections. And this person is loyal, and they want you to know that they are loyal to you, and they will always be loyal to you. You or this individual could be of the signs Taurus again, Pisces, Leo, Pisces, Aries, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mars, Venus, North, South Node, or Lilith. There's something about the second house. Second house rules Taurus, and it rules our values, how we value ourselves, and they really value you. They realize that you are a person that is a once in a lifetime type of person. They realize that you are someone that they respect, someone that values yourself, which makes them value you even more. So keep up the self-love, guys. Self-love work, guys, is working. And not just for this individual, just for yourself. And they like the fact that you don't need them. You don't need them. They like that you want them, but you don't need them. And they just feel like you are an earth angel, and you came into their life to add, not to take. And you are truly a wish come true.